Thank you for your patience, Autorizer. The firewall has been fully restarted, so come see me whenever you're ready. Have good news and bad news. Which would you like to hear first? I'm not sure where this is going, but let's have the bad news. The bad news is because we took so long to restart the firewall, its antivirus capabilities have been severely impaired. The virus is having picked up on its weakened state and are aggressively attacking the network from all sides as we speak. So be prepared to encounter the higher number of aberrants when you enter the surface layer. Restoring network functions from within the foundation layer will likely be more difficult now as well. Aberrants, so you're saying the Omnium plague is that world is going to get even worse. That's right. The good news is, thanks to your findings regarding Omnium reactors, I was able to begin development on a new terminal command. While I was restarting the firewall, it simulates the functions of Omnium reactor, and I'm happy to report that it's finally functioning? I can't read. This new command allows your terminal to perfectly emulate the normal functions of the small-scale Omnium reactor within the surface layer. This should save you a significant amount of time when searching for data singularities. Thank goodness you also had that good news for me, Bloody. At the very least, I have a way to deal with those unkillable aberrants in the network now. There's no time to waste, I should. Wait, I just remembered that your terminal is still running the test version of the new command. You'll have to delete it before installing the complete version. Seriously? How could you, of all people, forget about something like that? Just come with me. Keep the program file somewhere else. I keep the program file somewhere else. Okay. Sorry, Autorizer, but actually there's nothing wrong with your terminal's new function. The real reason I brought you here is to prevent any unwanted listeners from hearing what I'm about to say. While I was restarting the firewall, I ran 3 separate in-depth scans of the system. I wasn't able to find any clues related to that false communication, but the lack of clues is a clue in and of itself. Care to elaborate? You completely lost me just now. Think you can explain things a little more clearly? I won't interrupt again, sorry, please continue. According to the firewall's operational logs, the network didn't experience any attack from the outside. In other words, when you were in the surface layer, the imposter communicated within you from within the network. Imposter communicated with you from within the network. From within the network? But doesn't that mean the false communication would have originated in... No, it can't be. When you eliminate all other options, even the impossible can become possible. And although this is the very first conclusion I've come to, it's a one I at least want to accept. Yeah, that's a say of Sherlock Holmes. Eliminate all the options and the impossible, as unlikely it can be, becomes possible, or something like that. So aside from me, there's another outsider inside the network. If your assumption is correct, then regardless of who it is, that person must be somewhere in Hycross. But if that's the case, you should have been able to see them access the network from within the Hycross, right? Precisely. Not only did they receive the call within the network, they did it while perfectly concealing their activities. There's no way our mystery agent would have accomplished this without help from some of the old diehards within the Hycross. Judging from your tone, it sounds like you already have suspects in mind. Is there something you're not telling me? Like I mentioned before, the decision to send you into the network as Autorizer was met with plenty of opposition. There aren't many people who can successfully establish an anti-genetic link with the network, but you're far from the only one. The reason I chose you out of everybody is because you're the only one who I trust. What about the others? Ever since the Cataclysm, there has been endless debate within Hycross about continuing the construction of the Tower of Fantasy, with more and more districts establishing more contact with one another. The argument has only become more intense as fuck. And with the network down right now, this is a perfect opportunity for some of those voices to seize the network and suppress the Tower of Fantasy's construction. Naturally, there are others like you among them, ones who can establish a cybernetic link. And something else. You and Arco and Erlach are part of the Omnium Advocates, who hope to rebuild the Tower of Fantasy and use Omnium technology to pave the way for Aida's future. The Conservatives, on the other hand, fear the power of Omnium. God damn it, why is the audio gone so long? Correct. In order to send you into the network, we had suppressed a great deal of opposition. To make matters worse, our latest restart of the network caused some of the more neutral parties to side with the Conservatives. Because I don't have any evidence to prove you were deceived by an impostor, the Conservatives have started to suspect your capabilities. I was able to buy us some time, but if we don't find any concrete evidence soon, I'm afraid they'll move to select a new authenticator or authorizer. Do you think someone within the Conservatives might have secretly accessed the network if they were trying to replace me? Or even force you to cede control of the network? Then it would make a lot of sense. No wonder you dragged me over here. After everything you've told me, it sounds like you already have a plan in mind, don't you? Our enemies, both cunning and coward. Not only were they able to slip past the firewall, again there's no text, fucking hell! Visible. Not only were they able to slip past the firewall completely undetected, they also fooled you into making an enormous mistake. This means they not only know the rules of the network, but also how to use them to their advantage, I think. That's why you'll be the one to track them down within the network. Successfully restarting the firewall caused the enemies plan to fail, and they will likely launch an even more vicious counterattack soon. The enemy is bound to leave a trail behind if they continue operating within the network, so we'll beat them at their own game. If they can use the rules, if they can use the rules of the network to mess with me, then I'll do the same to hunt them down. If they're creating false communications within the network, that should definitely leave a few clues behind. Luckily I happen to know an expert hacker who can help me with this. Looks like going through all that trouble to rescue your so-called friends wasn't entirely a wasted effort. Their skills should prove very useful to this time. It's in your hands now, Authorizer. We have to track down and neutralize the enemy before restoring the network, or else they'll have even more opportunities to wreak havoc. I agree, this person definitely poses a huge threat. I'll do my best to find them as soon as possible. Damn, can you stop talking? Authorizer, I've received a strange message for you. A strange message? Is there any way you can perform a safety scan on it? I don't want to fall for another trick like last time. I'm afraid not. Sorry, Authorizer. It's fine, I was just asking. A simple message shouldn't pose much of a threat, so let's see it. It's from Pagis. He says that Nola and Anka are hiding out in the Astra building, and that Team X is intercepting their communications. He wants you to regroup with them as soon as possible and avoid sending any unnecessary messages. I see, looks like we'll have to meet up and combine our strengths before heading out to rescue Grey Fox. I'm concerned that this may be yet another trap. Are you worried that someone among us might be the enemy Bloody was talking about before? There are plenty of possible double agents, like Peggy's, Carol, Gunpowder, Roslyn, or even someone in Wednesday. It's too complicated for me to understand, but yes, I'm worried. I've given that some thought too. The personal Bloody made for me is that of Kyle Researcher, who just arrived in Esperia. Because I don't have any close contacts here, it's easier to keep myself undercover. I'm certain our enemy is operating under similar identity. All the people I just mentioned have been living here for a long time, which means the enemy isn't likely to impersonate any of them. But then, who could it be? I'm not sure, but we can be certain of at least two things. One, the enemy's relationships with other people should be fairly simple, like my own. And two, the enemy knows us extremely well. We don't have enough information to point us in the right direction until we find a grey fox. We won't be able to make much progress either. For now, we'll just have to stick to our current path and deal with any changes as they come. So what should we do now? Our top priority is finding and rescuing Grey Fox. Once we accomplish that, we can use her skills to track down the source of the false communications. Let's head over to the Astor building. Understood. Now navigating the Astor building. Damn, why is the audio missing all the time?
已到达目的地，天梭慢行持续为您服务。
Okay, first time we go indoor zone. Does he know or go anywhere, Mia? No. The Astra building is enormous. Where could they be hiding? Keep an eye on our surroundings, Mia. I'm starting to think this really is trap. I found something. Is there an enemy? Is it the enemy? It's a marking. Come take a look. Authorizer. Down the stairs instead of, you know. Yeah, actually that elevator ride was actually the correct path. So we found the place. On that sign, I'm starting to worry about this. Well, I guess we need to take elevators. Damn it. It's going up again, damn it. Isn't it supposed to go like down? It's going wrong way. I'm counting on you, Mia. Fuck, I missed the message. Okay. Let's see if the elevator goes down below. Come on, go down. How else do you get down there? Yes, I was right. The elevator has to go further down. Otherwise, how the hell I get there? I was confused with it when I first played it. So I kinda know that it has to be.
The next expedition target is here.
Yep. That was the right path. It was so improved out because it was wanting us to use the elevator. Yep, we go into the metro ways. All the way down. Stop. The question is who are waiting for us in the other side, Westia or TMX? What the fuck is going on there? I don't see the cat. Ah, damn it. Yeah, we legit made it down here. In the metro way. Without going through weird underground service place. Now we are.
It's you, researcher! Ugh, for a second we thought those jerks finally found us. What took you so long to get here? We left that message with Bagus ages ago. Any longer and the boss and I would have taken the fight straight to Aserada at the Public Security Bureau.
It's okay, Anka. I'm here now. Bagus only said that you were somewhere in the Astra building, but it took a lot of efforts to find you guys. Why don't you start by telling me why you're here of all places?
It's an exciting story, let me tell you. It all started that day when me and Rosalind were...
It's all thanks to Mr. Bagus. When Aserada appeared at the tavern that day, Mr. Bagus was the one who tipped off Anka about Team X, giving her time to escape. After you used a space rift to escape, I found an opening during my fight with Aserada and took off on my motorcycle. When I met up with Anka, Bagus informed us that our communications were being monitored, so he set up this hideout.
Why didn't you tell the boss you were gonna use a space rift to make your getaway, researcher? She would have been a lot safer if she went with you, you know?
Well, I wanted to bring her along, but the space rift wasn't charged enough to stay open for long, so I couldn't make it in time. Speaking of Bagus, I had no idea he had such connections.
Odin's Tavern has always been a major player in Asperia's underworld. And as its owner, his reputation precedes him. A word from him, and folks are falling over themselves to lend a hand.
He may look like your friendly neighborhood grandpa, but he's got a deadly side. Word on the street is, he once took down 3 men with nothing but a pencil.
Stop scaring the researcher, Anka. You've broken more cups at the tavern than anyone can count, and yet Mr. Bagus has never pointed a pencil at you.
Aw, come on, boss. Leave the bullying to Grey Fox. If both of you start teaming up on me, I don't know how much longer I'll last in Wednesday.
That reminds me. Has either of you found any clues about her location? I could really use her help with something right now.
Nada. Not a trace. It's like she just vanished. Rosalind scoured Lucius's logs, communications, and even his computer. But there was absolutely nothing.
The Fang Gang hit a dead end too. They asked everyone from petty thugs to top mercs, but no one's heard a peep about her.
What about Lucius? Where is he now?
In the hospital. Apparently he's starting to recover, but there's no telling when he'll wake up. The doctors want to use medicine to wake him, but the Aurora industry lawyers keep denying him treatment. It's like they're stalling for time or something.
I don't have time to wait for him to wake up. I'll drag him, the doctors, and the meds out of the hospital if I have to. I need answers now.
Straight to the point, huh? I like it.
Same here. It's just... won't this make Rosalind even more upset? Maybe I should buy her a gift ahead of time?
Honestly, I don't think any gift would help. Just put on your best I'm sorry face and take the lecture.
Team X is monitoring the entire city through the Public Security Bureau. We'll have to take this abandoned underground passage to avoid getting caught. This way. The tunnels down here are complicated and it's easy to get lost, so
yeah,
stay
I've
close.
lost there so many times. Fuck me. These tunnels are fucking ass.
The stage has long been set. Finally, the protagonists take the stage.
Of course.
The best defense is a good offense.
I have to fight Asurada now. Oh my god, stop cheating, dude. Stop cheating, dude.
Nothing is unbreakable.
What the hell? Well, such a fucking asshole.
I'll fight to the very end. Feel my power. Flame of the Sword.
You left the squad on your own. No one will be responsible if something happens.
What are you? What are you?
What are you?
What do you think you're doing?
I'm the heir of the Todd family. You're all as good as dead.
What the fuck's happening? Someone was controlling him. What the fuck was
Why
that?
are you looking at me like that? Aside from me, the clueless rich kid with good connections, everyone else on Team X is either a senior investigator or a veteran soldier. It took a lot of planning to put on this little show, you know. But on to more serious matters. I paid Wednesday a substantial sum of money to complete a certain request. However, since you failed to carry out your mission, all of your subsequent operations will now be under my command.
Are you talking nonsense? Or have you completely lost it?
You mean you don't know? I see. And here I thought Aglia, or rather, Gray Fox, had figured it out a long time ago.
Gray Fox? I mean, what are you talking about?
Stop lying,
you
bitch.
Don't know any Gray.
Let it go, Anka. He clearly knows Gray Fox's true identity. Tell me, Asarada, what exactly is this request you mentioned?
It's so much easier to talk to someone with an actual brain. The truth is, I am Phantom, the one who hired Wednesday to steal file 049 from Aurora Industries. I paid a deposit of 500,000 Norn, and yet I received nothing in return. As your employer, I've decided to change the terms instead of demanding my money back. Surely that's acceptable to you, yes?
Researcher, another DM from Phantom just came through on the Darknet forum. They're changing the terms and want us to follow Asarada's lead from now on. The top-rated employer on the forum with the most orders and the biggest payouts? That was you?
Well, they're rich, of course it's them.
How could you put your own sister in such danger, you fool? Because of you, the Federation is hunting us down. And her...
Forgive me, Miss Nola, but it was all an accident, and I'm just as much a victim as any of you. At the time, one of my subordinates mentioned that Aurora Industries had stolen a very important file related to Omnium technology.
This master some green thing that was like in the neck that was controlling them before.
I figured Lucius had simply stolen yet another file from one of his competitors. Thinking it would interest you, I posted the request with the full expectation that you would accept it. However, I had no idea that the stolen file was actually Federation property.
Quit lying! Team X is hunting us down over file 049, and you're their captain. There's no way you didn't know about this.
Do you honestly believe I would have gotten Aglia involved if I knew it was a classified Federation file? Furthermore, I'm not foolish enough to give you petty thieves an advantage over Lucius.
Pretty bold of you to look down on Wednesday like that. Remind me, who was the one who offered us 1 million Norn for our services? You were so scared I'd turn down your offer that you stayed up all night just to reply to me.
1 million Norn may seem like a large sum to you, but it's nothing to people like us. Besides, I only went to all that trouble for Aglia's sake, not for you or anyone else.
For Grey Fox? What does she have to do with this?
Your ignorance is astounding, I must say. Did it ever occur to you that a young lady her age needs plenty of rest in order to grow into a healthy adult? Of course not, because all you care about is making your paltry wages. That's why you kept Aglia awake at all hours of the night, forcing her to open password-protected safes and whatnot.
So let me get this straight. You were worried that your sister wasn't sleeping enough, so you offered Anka a 1 million Norn job to stop her from keeping Grey Fox awake at night. But when you made the request, you had no idea that the Aurora Industries file was actually File 049, which was property of the Federation.
Correct. And as a result of my careless actions, our rotten father must have locked her away to avoid arousing the Federation's suspicions. I can't bear it any longer, which is why I need you people to rescue her.
Your rotten father? That sounds kind of familiar. Hey, Anka, could you play Grey Fox's last recorded message?
I got locked up by that rotten jerk. It's my fault for being so careless, but...
I see. So when Grey Fox said that, she wasn't talking about Lucius at all. She was talking about her dad. Your guys' dad.
Of course. Who else could make someone disappear so completely but our father, a man with countless connections all over the city? He has always been the kind to do things for our own good. But in truth, he does nothing but give orders.
If you ask me, he's more interested in protecting his business assets than protecting his own daughter. I'd expect nothing less from Tepin Todd, a man known for his ruthless pursuit of profit.
To be honest, my father... Never mind. If there are no further objections to the change of terms of our agreement, then I will require your full cooperation from this point on. My father always taught me that formalities always come before business. Before we officially begin, I should call him as a courtesy. But it seems the signal is too poor down here. We'll need to find a place with better reception first.
Todd Family Residence, Frey speaking. How may I assist you?
Hello, Frey. I wish to speak to my father.
Understood. I'm okay, sir.
That cough still hasn't
There was
gone
simply
away?
a delay in my medicine
Are you not taking your
delivery
medicine
this
as
week.
prescribed?
It was due to an update in the hospital's system, so understood. I'm okay, sir. There was simply a delay in my medicine delivery this week. It was due to an update in the hospital's system, so please don't hold it against the doctor, young master. Your father is ready to receive your call now.
Good day, sir. This is Henderson speaking. Your father just finished with an important meeting and is now having a cup of tea. He will be with you momentarily.
Why do you have 2 stewards working for you?
First off, we have a steward at each of our residences, so we have way more than just 2. On top of that, someone as capable as Frey has his own assistant. But Henderson is my father's personal valet. He's just filling in as steward at our new place for now.
This had better be important, Asurada. I'm joining several high-level Federation members for a round of golf soon, so you have exactly 5 minutes to tell me whatever it is you need to tell me.
I'll dispense with the unnecessary small talk then, Father. I would like for you to release Aglia.
We've been over this already, Asurada. I had you appointed as captain of Team X specifically to prevent the Federation from uncovering Aglia's history as a hacker. My conditions for releasing her are still the same. Eliminate every member of Wednesday, find a scapegoat to take the fall as Grey Fox, and ensure that Aglia is no longer being pursued.
First of all, we never discussed anything regarding Team X. You simply forced me to comply after putting Aglia under house arrest. Secondly, when she finally reconnects with the outside world, I don't want her first discovery to be that her father and brother joined forces to eliminate all of her friends.
We have no other choice, Asurada. Ace's refusal to disband Wednesday gave Meryl the chance to dig up the truth. You're now our final hope to protect Aglia.
And that's precisely the reason I accepted my assignment as captain of Team X. But now that I've had time to investigate the entire matter, I realize that your plan is far from reasonable. The members of Wednesday are skilled and trustworthy, and Aglia values them highly as friends. For that reason, I believe they are more valuable to us alive rather than dead.
What value could a lowly band of thieves possibly have? Now stop wasting my time, Asurada. The sooner you finish them off, the sooner Aglia can regain her freedom.
I'm afraid I must refuse, Father. You raised me to be your successor, and now I must consider our family's future. I'll prove the value of keeping Wednesday alive to you, and then I will convince Secretary General Kieran to pardon them, thus cementing the Todd family's honorable status in the eyes of the entire Federation. That is my plan, and now it is your turn to accept it.
You're walking on thin ice, Asurada. Kieran is the last person you want to provoke, so...
All right, enough with the formalities. It's go time. Just follow my lead, and I can guarantee a smooth rescue for Aglia.
Smooth rescue? How are we supposed to do that, now that you've taunted the enemy and given away our next move? Plus, we still don't know where Grey Fox is being held.
Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. My father may have placed Aglia under house arrest, but that doesn't mean he would subject his beloved daughter to any further indignities. She's probably lounging in some villa, cut off from the world, but pampered like a queen.
I see. Then all we have to do is go through a list of the Todd family's properties. Let's see. Oh no. How are there so many of them?
Would you like to hear an interesting story about my cousin? One day, she was driving down the road when she saw a beautiful villa and decided to buy it. But when she looked up the owner's information, she was surprised to discover that she had already purchased it long ago and had simply forgotten about it.
You just can't resist flaunting your family's wealth, can you? If you're actually going to help us rescue Grey Fox, then I suggest you keep your nonsense to yourself.
It's hardly nonsense, my dear. I mentioned that we assign different stewards to each of our estates, yes? Because Henderson, the steward I just spoke to, has most likely been assigned to the seaside villa that my father recently purchased. If so, then Aglia is definitely being held there. I will show you the way, but you three will be in charge of the rescue operation itself. Come with me.
Wait, Asurada. If you knew all this, and all it took was a single phone call to find out Grey Fox's location, why haven't you rescued her yourself? By asking us to do it, it looks like you're just setting us up.
You're as perceptive as they say, Miss Nola. Rest assured, everything I've said up until this point is entirely truthful. The last thing I want is for my sister to spend the rest of her life hating me for hurting her friends. The reason I require your assistance is because my own subordinates are loyal only to the Todd family name, which means they would never choose me over my father. You three, on the other hand, will surely help me if it means rescuing Aglia.
So, in spite of all your money, you came to us for help because you can't trust anyone around you, huh? Suddenly, I'm not all that jealous of you.
Come, it won't do to keep Aglia waiting.
Damn it! So in order to fool the rest of your team, you're planning to be our prisoner? What if they come to rescue you?
Relax. They'd probably be glad to see me gone. They'll just put someone else in charge.
Why is that?
An infamous profiteer and his incompetent son have been placed in charge of a team of elite soldiers and highly trained agents. How would you feel if you were in their position? Besides, I'm acting on my own this time, which means they can wash their hands of any blame if something really happens to me. Why would they squander such a perfect opportunity by rescuing me? We have arrived.
Didn't you say it was a seaside villa? We're still pretty far from the ocean.
I told you already. Your little gang of thieves is more useful to us alive than dead. The time has come to prove your worth, so I require your full cooperation.
You were never going to help us rescue Grey Fox, were you? Nola was right. This was all just a trap to get rid of Wednesday.
No. Trust me. This is all part of the plan. In order to rescue Aglia, you must first demonstrate your ability to cure aberrance. Only then will we have a chance to obtain a pardon from Secretary General Kieran.
Did you just call them aberrants? So you've known about the Omnium incident all along?
Of course. Team X is responsible for stifling any mention of the Omnium incident. Our duties include, but are not limited to, eradicating aberrants, purging any online information related to them, and restricting the freedom of anyone who knows about their existence.
Aberrants? Omnium incident? What are you two talking about?
Stay out of it, Anka.
You, what exactly are you after?
I thought the conversation with my father made that perfectly clear, no? I'm helping you prove the value of your lives by demonstrating that you have the ability to cure aberrants. I have recording devices installed to capture the process, which I will present to Kieran when the time comes. The Secretary General couldn't possibly refuse such a powerful secret in exchange for pardoning Wednesday for its crimes. And the one who facilitates the entire process will be me, Asurada Todd. This all but guarantees that our family name will command even more respect within the Federation. Wouldn't you agree?
If you're so sure that this secret is enough to guarantee our safety, then why didn't you just tell us sooner? I'm sure we would have agreed to your plan if we knew it was in our best interest.
Surely you jest. I only suspected that you were capable of curing aberrants. And if I was wrong, I would have had no choice but to carry out my father's original plan to protect Aglia. But I've already played my part. The rest is up to you three, and I will be watching very closely. The stage is set and the cameras are rolling. Prove your ability to cure aberrants, or I will report your tragic deaths to Aglia and tell her that I was too late to save you.
You really are out of your mind.
Don't say that, Miss Nola. If you succeed, I'll even request a few Defense Force files from Secretary General Kieran on your behalf. I'm certain you will be thanking me by the time this is all over.
That crazy bastard. If that's how he wants to play, we'll just blast through these walls and get out of here.
But boss, if we break out like that, won't the aberrants escape too? They'll turn the innocent people outside into their next meal, right?
Didn't think I would have to use Blood's newest invention in a situation like this.
It's fine, Anka. I really do have a way to cure them, but I need you guys to buy me some time.
Roger!
Here we go in the deep layer, or core layer, or base layer, whatever.
It's just a scratch. Don't worry about me.
The species danger should not be here. Wait, don't force me out of the foundation layer again. I still have so many questions to ask you. Stay on your guard. The enemies are about to appear, but your reinforcement will be here soon. Reinforcements? I promised Shirley that I would not immediately remove you from the foundation layer. Even so, you should leave as soon as possible. Defense forces are not to be trifled with. Never mind, it's too late now. I have to eliminate them first. Wow, that's a huge one. Bloody, there is some viruses here more than before. Bloody, are you there? This time there might really be trouble. What is it? Yeah. Defense forces or something. Can you help?
Greetings. We are the 5th Aerospace Assault Team of the Joint Defense Forces Temporal Anomaly Response Force. Our current mission is to make contact with Void Entity 11856 in this area of hyperspace. Please state your ID, unit number, and current mission.
The Temporal Anomaly Response Force of the Joint Defense Force? What in the world is that? Isn't this the foundational layer?
Second Lieutenant Jana of Frontline Command. ID number T118, reporting in.
Acknowledged. Second Lieutenant Jana, please deliver your report.
Construction of the reshaping tower in the target area is now complete, and the Void Girl is currently pursuing a Bastion-level Void entity. An unidentified civilian was also discovered in the area, and has been assigned case number UE5571. Note: the unidentified civilian joined forces with the Void Girl to fend off the Bastion-level Void entity and appears to be friendly. Please advise on how to proceed.
The unidentified civilian must be me. But the other two, are they referring to Void Piercer and Aberrants?
Your status has been acknowledged. Command will send an assault team to assist the Void Girl in battle.
These people, are they helping Void Piercer fight off the Aberrants? But why? What are they doing here? And why?
In addition, the mission has been reassigned to the Desert Sands Outpost, which is located in the Varun district of Odoric. Your orders are to gather all personnel related to case number UE5571 and report to the Desert Sands Outpost, where a specialist will provide you with further instructions. End transmission.
The Desert Sands Outpost? Where the heck is that? And why are they taking me there? Anka and Nola are still...
You would be smart to cooperate with us. Let's go.
Me?
You want me to go? To go to this outpost with you? Would it be possible to just let me go home? I did help you guys fight off that void entity, remember?
Go home? It sounds like we need to have a doctor examine you, especially your head. You haven't just forgotten who you are, but where you are right now.
Wait, Shirley's body hasn't...
There must be some mistake. I go with them to the outpost, Autorizer. This is maybe a good opportunity for us to learn more about Void Piercer. You still want to understand its connection to Shirley, don't you?
Okay, I got it.
Jenna took me to the
Ma'am,
military.
I brought the civilian in question.
Good work, Jana. I'll take it from here.
Our signals indicate that the Void Girl is currently engaging the Bastion-level Void entity in battle once again. Replenish your supplies, then head to the coordinates to provide reinforcements.
Understood.
Number UE 5571. Commander Antoria has been expecting you for quite some time.
Huh?
Antoria? Really?
Indeed. It seems she has taken a keen interest in your ability to travel freely between hyperspace and reality.
Where did you obtain this ability? Who is responsible for its development? Did someone authorize your Omnium research? Or is your organization conducting it outside of the law?
Wait, I can't answer all those questions at once.
Then let's start with the most important one. How are you capable of passing between hyperspace and reality?
Hyperspace and reality? By reality, do you mean... hang on. Can I ask what year you were born?
2642. But what does that have to do with anything? Now answer my question.
2642. That means the reality she's talking about is the surface layer of the network. Does that mean these people are simulations of those from 50 years ago? But if they're from 50 years ago, then what are they doing in the foundational layer? Why are they trying to establish contact with Voidpiercer? As for this so-called hyperspace, she's not talking about the foundation layer itself, is she? Could this be caused by the viruses attacking the network?
Fine, keep your secrets for now. But once you meet Commander Antoria, she'll get the truth out of you. Under normal circumstances, an unidentified individual like yourself would be placed under strict detainment. However, Commander Antoria has ordered us to keep you at the outpost's command center for now.
See that mecha lying in the middle of the outpost? I know you're strong enough to team up with the Void Girl against a Bastion-level Void entity. But if you go up against the Type 0 ground controller, you'll see just how mild a Bastion-level Void entity really is.
Until we're certain of your trustworthiness, that machine will be keeping a very close eye on you. I suggest you avoid any thoughts of running away and wait patiently for Commander Antoria to come and find you.
Alright, I get it. Commies, I want to escape. Damn it, I can't read this so fast. Wait, am I going the wrong way? No, I just had to go around there to get here.
Commander, here's the roster of the latest recruits for the aerial strike team. Sophie, Emily, Jessica, Linda, Megan, and Jana.
The realm of the gods, hyperspace. Humans enter this incredible space through the portal created by Origin Resonance. This space is like a mirror to the real world. We can use it to alter reality, which is why it's called hyperspace. If we can fully control hyperspace, humans will become the cause of reality in this dimension. If there are any gods, I bet they're using hyperspace to create and transform the world. Unfortunately, human technology is limited. Even using the reshaping tower in hyperspace to stop temporal anomalies is already stretching us to our limits. Classified, internal use only. Desert Sands Outpost Report. Summary. This report summarizes the current status of the Desert Sands Outpost, including the geography, location, equipment configuration, reconnaissance capabilities, security defenses, and personnel allocation. For general reference only. Outpost summary. Desert Sands Outpost strategically positioned on Hill 272 in the Varun district on Odrek. Offers superior observation and monitoring of surrounding territories. As a level 1 recon post, its primary mission is the surveillance of post-void entities, intelligence gathering, and early battle warnings. The outpost also handles small-scale void entities
my whole
assault.
life, I won't regret searching for a new home.
Recon and surveillance. The outpost is equipped with the Orbital Eye, a drone-based situational awareness platform. This system provides 24/7 surveillance, providing uninterrupted real-time monitoring of activities within a 10-kilometer radius, both on land and in air, defenses and security. Mines and concealed observation posts have been deployed to prevent enemy infiltration. The outpost also boasts the Hammer of Thor automated defense system, A small garrison manages internal defense and emergency operations. The outpost structure features a covert design, effectively shielding it from external attacks. Troops. Permanent garrison includes the 17th Aerospace Assault Team and the 102nd Motorized Infantry Battalion. Heavy weapons. Type 0 Ground Controller 1. Advanced Combat Mecha 5. Current mission operation. The primary objective is to monitor Void Entities movements in Oderic and report to Higher Command. In the last 48 hours, we identified a Bastion level Void Entities movements, and Oderic Command Center has been modified with appropriate measures taken. Additionally, firepower for this outpost is requested. Official statement. This report is internal use only. Distribution, copying or disclosure without authorization is prohibited. Well, they still fucked up and let me see it. So much for that, idiots. Letter to the entire Temporal Anomaly Response Force. Soldiers, it's me, Antoria, your commander of the Temporal Anomaly Response Force. Right now, we're standing at the critical moment of the reality reshaping program. Here, in this special sector, we want to make sure Aida stays blue, reclaiming humanity's future. We all know we're ready to shed blood for this land. These enemies from another dimension may have different science, civilizations, but they'll never have the willpower we do. The blood and sacrifice of past soldiers.
These potentially habitable planets. I'll check them out myself.
The blood and sacrifice of past soldiers give us the experience and knowledge we need, as well as the power of justice as we fight for our nation and people. Each one of you here today is a hero protecting our land, and it's our duty to guard it and win back the future for humanity. This temporal anonymous rage on, and the situation is critical. We're all seeing family and friends turned into empty shells during this disaster. This is why we walked through that gate into the battlefield and took on the strongest enemies we've ever faced. But I know all of you are prepared for it. You've gone through countless drills, and every drop of sweat was for this battle today. If we keep our confidence and unite as one, we'll overcome the enemy. Keep in mind that behind us stand billions of people, and Aida's survival is at stake. From the moment we stepped through the gate into this special sector, we became more than just soldiers. We became the guardians of humanity. Today's victory is about the peace and happiness of all our people. My promise to you, I'll be right there on the front lines, standing alongside you as we face terror from beyond. All we have to do is push forward, fulfill our duty, and never fail our country or our people. Comrades, right here, right now, victory belongs to the brave. I have faith in you, our troops, and our inevitable victories. Let's fight bravely for humanity's future, our loved ones. Let's win this battle. Reclaim the future of humanity. Aida will shine again.
Enjoying the materials our outpost has to offer? Even though they're all highly classified, it makes no difference for people like us who exist in hyperspace. They may as well be public knowledge, so I won't bother you about
that's
them.
Why.
But back to more serious matters. You caught my attention. Now let me take a closer look at you.
And you are?
So you're Commander Antoria, I take it?
That's right. I haven't properly introduced myself. My name is Antoria, and I'm the commander of the Joint Defense Force's 2nd Legion, as well as the commander of the Temporal Anomaly Response Force. The Federation has ordered us to carry out a military operation codenamed Reshaping Reality within this area of hyperspace. Now it's your turn to introduce yourself. Who are you? Where did you come from? And where are you going?
Bloody, we might have a situation here. This one doesn't seem easy to deal with. Bloody, are you there? Damn it, looks like the signal got cut off. I'll have to handle this myself.
I'm a researcher from District 4 of Hycros. I came from Kylo, and I guess I'm trying to go back to Kylo?
District 4, huh? You guys are supposedly on the front lines of Omnium tech. So, did you cook up this little breakthrough yourself?
That's right. My mentor, Professor Kenny, is the head of our Space Rift research team. He discovered this technique by accident during one of our experiments.
What a surprise! Even after the Omnium Experimentation Prohibition Act was passed, humanity is still making important strides in the field of Omnium research. While I'm delighted to know we can now enter and exit hyperspace freely, I have to ask, why are you the only one here right now? Where are the rest of your colleagues, including this Professor Kenny?
The tech's still in its early stages, which means we can only send one person through at a time. We're not sure what's causing it yet, but don't worry. When I return, we'll figure it out for sure. Which reminds me, I believe that girl from before can help me with my research. Is there any way I can meet her before I leave?
You want to see her?
Yes. She's actually a close friend of mine.
Great! This is exactly what I needed. I've been looking for a way to send her to the surface layer. With your help, I'm sure we'll figure out how to transport multiple people between the two layers in no time.
Well, thanks for the vote of confidence, Commander.
Whoa. Back up a second. How in the world do you know about the surface and foundational layers? And what's this about transporting multiple people between them? You're not from the foundational layer, are you? You're from the real world just like me. I've been looking for you forever, but I never thought you'd be hiding out here.
Finally, some truth comes out. You really did come from outside the network. Now, let's go back to my other questions. Who are you and where are you heading? Trust me, you don't want to be on my bad side. Think very carefully before you answer. What? But I thought we were after the same thing, Nem. Tell me, who is this person and why are you so protective of him?
Stop calling me that. Only Shirley, my friend, called me Nem. Look, this person here is not your enemy and has nothing to do with what's happening right now. So don't waste your time.
I don't think I'm wasting my time at all. If you're acting so protective, then there's a good chance I found the person I'm looking for.
If you want to save Shirley, then I suggest you tell Antoria everything you know. Trust me, crossing her won't do you any good. Everything, but some of it is only highly classified information. I may trust you for Shirley's sake, Void Piercer, but not her. We're definitely enemies. Someone recently sent me a fast communication in the surface layer, which has nearly cost me my status as an authorizer, and now this Antoria person also knows about the surface and foundational layers. But there's no way to send direct communications between this vault and surface layer, otherwise Shirley would have already... Anyway, trust me, Antoria is not your target, and you're not going to find them here. Even if she wasn't responsible for sending that false communication, she definitely knows something that can lead me to them. How else can you explain her knowledge?
I see. So you're an authorizer. It's pretty rare for someone to establish a cybernetic link. Who sent you? And why? All right, I admit I misjudged you. Let's start over. I'll go first. My name really is Antoria, and I really am the commander of the 2nd Legion, as well as the Temporal Anomaly Response Force. My duty is to exterminate the void entities that appear in this area, and prevent any further temporal anomalies. I've already teamed up with our mutual friend here 71 times. You can check my combat records if you don't believe me.
Wait, 71 joint operations? Don't tell me. Have you been stuck here all this time?
Yes. It's been so long that I've nearly forgotten. The truth is, I only need to know a few simple things about you, Authorizer. Like your name, your affiliation, your objective, and the current year.
My name is... I was chosen by Hykros to serve as the network's authorizer. My reason for being here is to eliminate the viruses attacking the network, restore its systems to their normal functions, and find a way to awaken my friend, Shirley. As for the year, it's 2713. But why do you need to know that?
Hi, Crows. So they're the ones who sent you to restore the network. What happens after that? What will they do with the network once it's been fixed?
Humanity can only continue researching Omnium technology once the network has been fully restored. After the cataclysm, Aida was left in shambles, and its people... At the very least, the Omnium advocates believe Omnium is the key to saving our world.
The Omnium advocates? You mean those who think Omnium is the key to humanity's future? So, does that mean you need its power to save Shirley? And those who used Omnium to modify themselves? What did they call themselves again?
You mean the heirs of Aida? My business with them is an entirely different story.
That's enough, Antoria. Your questions have already been answered.
Fine, I'll back off. If you're so trusting of your friend, then I suppose I can too. For now. The question is, are you willing to do the same?
You'll have to do better than that. Convince me.
Take a closer look at the records I just gave you. It won't take long for you to realize that there's no defeating the Void Entity. At least, not for good. But with your ability to freely travel between layers, my plan to wipe out the Void Piercers for good might just work. It all comes down to whether you're in or not.
Okay, let's hear your plan then.
I'm not about to lay all my cards on the table. If you really want to know more, take this back to the surface layer and give it to Kieran, the head of the Federation. Tell him it's time to restart the gate to hyperspace. If I told you everything now, it'd only confuse you. Kieran will explain when you meet him. Until then, just do as I say and nothing bad will happen to you.
Even if you're being honest, how am I supposed to get Kieran to trust me? I've heard he's a shrewd and powerful figure.
That's why I'm giving you this badge. All you have to do is show it to him, and he'll support you with whatever resources he can muster.
And what's in it for you?
My mission, of course. Once the Void Entities are gone for good, my soldiers and I can finally leave this place. But without your help, our forces are doomed to fight this endless battle until every last one of us falls.
Fine, I'll trust you for now.
We're counting on you, Authorizer. If someone out there is trying to interfere with your mission, then let me offer you a piece of friendly advice. Trust no one, especially anyone from outside the network.
Cool.
Brilliant. Just brilliant. Excellent work, everyone. Once this is over, I'll be sure to settle the remaining 500,000 Norn for your outstanding performance. Now
it's time for you to meet your maker.
I'll whack him good! Then you can flatten him with your bite, boss.
do what you will to me, but have you forgotten about Aglia?
So, you fooled your teammates into thinking Wednesday kidnapped you, right? Perfect. That means we can use you as a bargaining chip to trade for Grey Fox once we find your father.
Fine by me, but my father doesn't take threats lightly. Even if you do manage to pull it off, the Todd family and the entire Federation will be after you. Think that's a good idea?
If it comes to that, we'll just escape to...
Go ahead. Take your time daydreaming about where you could run. Whether it's Mara, another planet, or an entirely different universe altogether. It won't make any difference. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must call my father.
Greetings, sir. Your father is reading through your message as we speak. One moment, please.
Message? You aren't planning to go straight to Kieran with this, are you?
Of course I am. I paid triple the price to modify this hidden chamber just in time for the plan. Given your excellent performance, it looks like my money was well spent after all.
Consider yourself fortunate, Asurada. With the recent spike in aberrant activity, The contents of this recording are exactly what Kiran needs right now. But before dealing with someone like him, you must take every possible precaution imaginable. I raised you to be my heir, so I understand your chances of success better than anyone. But what's your plan for afterward?
Looks like Azura is going to take me to see Kiran. That's a relief, since I won't have to find a way to infiltrate the Federation territory myself. But before I go, I need to find a way to keep Anka and Nola from following me. It'll be much harder to execute my plan if they come along.
What's the matter? Worried that Kiran will change her mind? Because I hardly think the Secretary General is that type of person. Or do you find it amusing that I'm betting on the morality of a person in power at a crucial moment like this?
Judging from the conversation, it sounds like Kiran won't be easy to deal with. Will Antoria's badge really convince him to help us?
I've arranged for a helicopter. Once Kiran agrees to your plan, I'll have my people escort Aglaya straight to Kylo. Recent changes there will put Aglaya out of her reach. We've poured a lot of resources into that area, and they've promised their top specialists will look after her. Aglaya won't be completely safe until peace is fully restored, but this will suffice for now.
Understood. Then is it safe to assume Aglaya is still somewhere in Astra? Even after putting her under house arrest, I doubt you would force your beloved daughter to travel all the way to Odorich just for your sake.
Odorich? Didn't he say his father was staying at his newest villa in Astra? It's so hard to trust him when he keeps mixing lies up into the truth.
I'm already in Asperia, so I can arrange for our own transportation and security. Just give me the address, and I'll send my people there right away.
Very well, but just so we're clear, you know what to do with Wednesday if Kiran refuses to pardon them, yes?
Of course. If it comes to that, I'll get it done quickly and quietly. They won't even know what hit them.
There's no trusting you, Asarada Todd. Especially when you keep mixing lies into the truth like that. It's one of the worst tendencies a person could have.
I assure you, no one will come to any harm now that I have this footage. However, I still need you to come with me to the Tower of Fantasy and meet with Kiran.
If it means saving Grey Fox and getting the Federation off our backs, I'll do whatever it takes. But I'm the only one who needs to be there, Asarada. If Kiran asks for Anka and Nola to show up, I need you to help me convince him otherwise.
I agree. This visit to the Tower of Fantasy is dangerous enough without them. Besides, I've always meant it when I said I have no intention of harming my sister's friends. Miss Nola? Miss Anka? This is the address my father provided. The helicopter is standing by. You can head out to find Aglaya now. After you get her, fly straight to Kylo. My father's associates will ensure her safety, and the rest of you will be far better off in Kylo as well.
And if Kiran refuses to make a deal? Your father made it clear that Grey Fox stays locked up unless you succeed. And what about us?
If we fail, you'll have no choice but to infiltrate a heavily fortified villa and rescue my sister from isolation and potentially life-threatening danger. But that shouldn't be a problem for the likes of you, right?
Do you even have to ask? We're professionals. Although, you did say your family and the entire Federation would come after us if it came to that, didn't you?
If it comes to that, I'll have no choice but to take on Kiran myself. But rest assured, minor thieves like you will be the least of her concerns.
Why is it misgendering all the time? Both ways now. What?
But according to Meryl, the Todd family is known for maximizing their gains while never getting their hands dirty. Cutting ties with them doesn't seem like something you do.
Miss Meryl seems quite familiar with my father's style, but I assure you that he and I aren't entirely the same. In fact, it's somewhat condescending of you to compare me to him so callously.
We're left under... no idea. Cut off again. Right. Well, I know where I'm going. We need to go through here. There's no teleportations. Nor there's a need of it. Okay, I'll wait for that train later. Right now I need to have a transportation thing ready. We don't have to come back here manually. That's the only thing needed. Yeah, have this teleporter ready. So have something teleporting. Won't stay long, so I have to like really fast. Now stop moving, otherwise I will fall out.
The next expedition is here.
Elevator somewhere around the corner here. I am not fully sure which direction. Ah, there. I have to wait for it to. Up there and to the right. Cannot see it on a map anymore. It lost. Okay. It keeps disappearing. Ah, there. Still to the right. Oh yeah, of course. First meet people out here. I was looking for
researcher! Look who it
entrance
is!
of the top floor, but nope. Yeah, of course.
Gray Fox? What are you doing here? What happened to taking the helicopter over to Kylo?
We thought Asurada was up to no good again. So the boss and I busted Gray Fox out of there as soon as we arrived.
Anka, that's not what we agreed on. The Tower of Fantasy is far from safe, and now you...
What are you blaming me for? The boss and I planned on taking Gray Fox someplace safe with the helicopter and waiting for you to contact us, but...
But I believed my brother's plan was too risky and insisted on coming straight here to prevent you from falling into the Federation's hands.
What's the matter, Aglia? Don't you trust me?
Oh, I trust you well enough. I trusted that you would use my friends to find me at any cost, and that you'll use the researcher to further the Todd family's interests. What I don't trust, however, is that you would defy Father so easily.
It was never my intention to harm any of Wednesday's members. I was simply giving them a bit of encouragement. That's all. And besides, how else was I supposed to make the researcher demonstrate such an extraordinary ability without applying a little pressure?
What if you were wrong? What if they can't cure the aberrants? How could anyone survive against so many aberrants without that power?
Then the Federation prison I trapped them in would have been the safest place for them to hide. I would have told Father that all of Wednesday had been turned into aberrants, and that I wiped out every last one of them. It would have been just like how I orchestrated your rescue. Except this time, you'd have to set them up with new identities good enough to fool him.
Then that's exactly what we'll do starting right now. The researcher is a member of Wednesday, and I won't let you lead our friend right into the Secretary General's waiting arms.
Listen to me, Aglia. If this was as simple as Wednesday provoking the Federation, I would have countless ways to defuse the situation and protect all of you. But do you even understand why I'm taking such extreme measures? The danger posed by the aberrants is far worse than anything you might have seen in File 049. I don't know how this so-called researcher cures the aberrants, and I don't care to know. But because your friend is capable of doing something like this, Kieran has a right to know about it. This transcends any political or family interests.
You'll need a much better reason than that if you want to convince me, Aserada.
Aglia, please. The researcher's unique power could secure not just Wednesday's safety, but also save countless others. Perhaps even all of Aida. I'm not at liberty to discuss any further details of my plan, but a genius like you should have no trouble figuring out the rest. So please, Aglia, just trust in me for today, and I promise everything will be made clear afterwards.
I can tell you're telling the truth, but your attitude of knowing it all without explaining is just like Father's, and it really annoys me.
Hey, there's no need to worry about me. Whether Aserada brings me to Kieran or not, I'll find him on my own. For now, I'm just using your brother's plan to get what I want.
Fine. We'll be waiting for you back at the tavern, but if you don't show up, you're toast.
You have a really funny way of wishing people good luck, you know that?
Good day, everyone. My name is Yang, and I'm Secretary General Kieran's personal assistant. The Secretary General is ready to meet with you, Mr. Aserada. Please come with me.
Looks like it's time for your big meeting. We'll just leave the rest up to you two.
Actually, Secretary General Kieran specifically requested to meet with all four of you. This way, please.
Hey, boss. Should we come up with an excuse to get out of here?
What's gotten into you, Anka? You're normally fearless to a fault.
Yeah, but there's nothing normal about the Asperia Tower of Fantasy, don't you think? This place is worse than 10 public security bureaus combined. It's like dealing with an entire army of Merrills.
Don't get carried away, Anka. An agent of Meryl's caliber is rare, even within the Federation. And they'd be lucky to have someone with even a fraction of her talent on their side. Besides, I trained you myself, so you have no—
But we were only supposed to grab the researcher and fly out of here. Now we're suddenly stuck in the Tower of Fantasy. It's like we're sitting ducks in a lion's den.
Or maybe a lamb thrown to the wolves?
That's enough, Grey Fox.
Anka's clearly scared, so you shouldn't make fun of her.
Miss Yang, here are the documents for the meeting 2 days from now. After the last meeting, Secretary General Kieran asked me to have you review and summarize their contents before handing them over to her.
2 days from now? Let me see. These are for the meeting regarding the network's smart city, aren't they? Make 4 copies, send 2 to my office, and deliver the other 2 to the Smart City Control Department. Make them single-sided, numbered, and clipped, not stapled.
Understood.
Meeting set for the afternoon 2 days from now. I'll need those files on my desk before 10 tomorrow morning. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
This is ideal outfit for my style. Aha, this could be inspiration for one of my outfits. Ideals.
Secretary General Kieran's office is at the end of this hallway. He's been anticipating your arrival.
Crop jacket.
In the meantime, the rest of you can follow me to my office for tea and refreshments.
So, where are the tea and refreshments?
That again also is my style.
Right this way. If you'd be so kind as to step inside.
Inside what? Your custody?
Well, that's a luxury compared to prison, wouldn't you agree? Unless, of course, you'd prefer a stay in our high-security facility 20 meters below the tower.
No, this will do just fine. Just have a few things to talk about with them before they go inside. Is that okay?
By all means.
So, you want us to surrender just like that?
Of course not. But our only advantage right now is Grey Fox. Aside from us and Aserada, no one here knows that Aglia and Grey Fox are the same person.
Even if we are detained, they wouldn't stop a Todd from playing games, right? While you two are in there, I'll find out what's really going on here, including what you and my brother are hiding.
If things go south in our meeting, we'll find a way to let you know. 3 against 1 is way better odds than taking on a whole crew right now.
Man, you guys and your big brains. It's a good thing we're buddies, 'cause I can't keep up with all this overthinking stuff.
I'm grateful for the opportunity to see you again, Secretary General Kieran. I've been meaning to visit ever since our family's last dinner party, but it's hard to impose on such a busy person.
I take it you're the Kylo researcher who cured the aberrants in the video?
Yes.
That's me.
Forgive me, Secretary General. I should have known to dispense with the pleasantries. Allow me to get straight to the point. When I sent you that video footage, I mentioned a certain deal.
The answer is no, Asurada Todd. Team X was established to prevent the leak of File 049's contents, not to waste my time over the protection of some petty thieves. But you did bring this researcher here. I'll give you that much.
Are you aware that our friend here is also a member of Wednesday? If you fail to rescind the order for their arrest, I doubt the researcher would be willing to tell you everything you want to know.
Kylo researchers, you never cease to surprise me. Tell me, what will it take for you to share the secrets of your aberrant curing technique with me? Perhaps a bit more hospitality?
Something tells me your idea of hospitality doesn't include steak dinners or fancy hotel rooms.
You're quite the talker, aren't you?
There's no need to continue this charade, Secretary General. That bottle of sleeping pills on your desk has all but given you away. And judging from the size of the bottle, it appears your prescription is even stronger than my own. Do be careful, as I've been told the elderly are not meant to take too much of these. I can empathize with your situation. However, with the aberrants appearing more frequently and in greater numbers, and with Kylo up to their usual unspeakable schemes, do you really have the time or energy to show our friend this hospitality of yours?
No matter what you say, I simply can't let them go. The best I can offer is to keep them detained in the Tower of Fantasy until the situation is resolved. Then, we'll reconsider their fate.
Even though he didn't accept Asurada's conditions, it sounds like there might be room for negotiation. But for Grey Fox's sake, I don't think Asurada going to settle for anything else.
Like you, Secretary General, I hate wasting time haggling, but I am determined to secure a pardon for Wednesday, and I won't stop until I get it. If you turn me away now, I'll have no choice but to add to your already sizable list of woes. You'll be so busy that a couple of file-stealing miscreants will be the least of your worries.
And how exactly are you gonna do that?
Well, I could always start by uploading that footage onto Echo for the world to see. I can already see the top story now. A mountain of corpses appears. Omnium experiments believed to be at fault.
You'd pit the Todds against the Federation for some petty thieves? I knew it. You wouldn't be that reckless without good reason. Fancy that. Wednesday's genius hacker, the mysterious Grey Fox, is your very own sister,
Who told them that?
Todd. I believe we also met each other at your family's last dinner party, yes?
You'd better take that back. I'll have you sued for slander against my sister.
Good luck to the Todd lawyers, then. I've just received evidence of a cyber attack on the Tower of Fantasy. The security system detected a droid at the tower's entrance. Tracing the signal, we found it being controlled from within the tower, specifically from this very floor.
Enough. Secretary General. Perhaps we should start over. Secretary General, I believe,
Secretary General Kieran, may I speak for a moment? We were hesitant to believe Asurada as well, but I can assure you that his only two concerns are protecting his sister and helping you fend off the temporal anomalies. That's why I think you should accept his conditions and grant Wednesday a pardon.
Assure you, Wednesday will never reveal the contents of file 049, partly because none of us have actually seen it. As for curing the aberrants, I understand your skepticism, but I pulled out Antoria's badge and handed it to Kieran.
If you're willing to trust Antoria, then I ask that you do the same for me. So please, grant us our pardon and let them go, and I'll tell you everything I know.
That's... Yang, come to my office.
Yes, sir.
I had no idea you were holding such a powerful trump card. Were you holding on to it all this time just to watch me suffer? I nearly went to war with the entire Federation just now. If you don't wish to tell me more, then so be it. Since it's clear I'm no longer needed in this room, I'm going to escort Aglia and the others out of the tower and to a safe place. If you'll excuse me.
Tell me, when did you get this badge?
Just today. When I disappeared in the video Aserada sent you earlier, that was me entering hyperspace. That was when I encountered a void piercer, as well as Antoria. She told me to show you this badge, and said it would convince you to help me.
To be honest, I'm surprised she gave it to you. Did she say anything else at the time?
She did. She wants you to restart the gate into hyperspace so that she can complete her mission.
Restart the gate? Could the situation have changed that much?
So what exactly is this gate?
During the first regression, I witnessed the opening of the gate with my own 2 eyes. At the time, humanity had just discovered the existence of hyperspace, as well as the ability to reshape our own reality through this exciting new world. The possibilities were endless, and we felt like gods who had awakened to their true potential.
Is hyperspace really that powerful?
Yes, and that was also when I designed this badge. The comet Mara was passing over Aida at the time, as though implying that it had guided humanity to an even higher plane of existence. I was convinced that Norns would be the one to lead us into the future, which is why I gave it the name Norns of the Future.
So why did Antoria have this badge?
Because humanity misunderstood Mara's gift to us. Humanity's exploration of Omnium eventually caught the attention of the void entities, powerful predators that hide within the fabric of space-time. They invaded Aida's hyperspace. What happened after that? Well, you've already seen it all, haven't you?
So you're saying the real world started to suffer only after the void piercers appeared? And that the aberrants were a consequence of these temporal anomalies?
That would mean the aberrants weren't created by Omnium radiation at all, but by the void entities within hyperspace. Is this really the truth behind the Omnium plague?
If left unchecked, the void entities would have turned everyone into aberrants, and Aida would have become a living hell. For that reason, Antoria and her soldiers entered hyperspace to engage them in battle.
Even after the cataclysm, it is possible that the presence of void entities in hyperspace is still affecting Aida. Without suppressors, would our world become a living hell, like the one Kieran describes?
I gave this badge to Antoria before she left. The one and only of its kind. She swore she would complete her mission at all costs, but her hands were trembling uncontrollably the entire time.
Anyone would be nervous if the fate of humanity rested on their shoulders.
She said one last thing to me before she stepped through the gate. If someone comes to you with this badge in hand, I need you to trust them and help them with all your strength. Treat them as you would treat me. It seems that person is none other than you. And since you've already met Antoria, you must know by now that no matter how many soldiers we send into hyperspace, we can never truly exterminate the void entities.
Which is why the viruses in the foundation layer can't be completely wiped out either. But Antoria says she found a way to get rid of them all for good, which is to...
If that's so, why are Antoria and her team still battling the void piercers in hyperspace? Aren't there other solutions for handling these temporal anomalies?
It appears Wednesday really didn't look into file 049 after all. If you had, you would know that the answer can be found within.
Based on the reality of escalating temporal anomalies, the world is on the verge of collapse. To avoid incurring major historical responsibility, a three-step strategic decision has been made. Regulate, restrain, restore. The reality reshaping program is the key action in the restraining step. I am now sending you the details of reality reshaping program with the relevant materials.
The reality reshaping program. Faced with the void entities, an undefeatable enemy, the Norns Federation poured all of its resources into executing this three-phase plan. Phase 1 was... If reality is the calm surface of a lake, then every omnium experiment conducted by humanity is a stone cast into that lake. Agitated by the ripples in the water, the creatures living in its depths approach the surface and create an even bigger disturbance. Their violent thrashing eventually begins splashing water on the people casting stones into the lake.
So you're saying that omnium experiments are what attract the void piercers to an area, and in turn they infect everyone within a certain range? That's why the Federation passed the Omnium Experimentation Prohibition Act.
Unfortunately, due to Omnium Technology's immense market potential, companies like Shooter Electronics and Aurora Industries continued conducting illegal experiments. When a temporal anomaly appeared within Shooter Electronics' Ring Lab, it was because they illegally tampered with the Omnium Reactor's regulating program. Omnium research is inextricably tied to Omnium reactors. Whenever one of them is activated, it casts another stone into the lake, so to speak. The point where that stone enters the lake is known as a space-time singularity by Hykros.
Space-time singularity means a theta singularity?
But not all Omnium experiments result in aberrations, right? Back in Aurora Industries, I watched an Omnium reactor's activation with my own eyes, but I didn't see any aberrants afterwards.
That's most likely because Antoria is diligently carrying out her mission, which is Phase 2 of the reality reshaping program, Restraint. The simplest way to calm the water's surface is to get rid of the creatures that arise from its depths. Antoria and the Temporal Anomaly Response Force are like a fishing boat out to capture them. They track the movements of void entities from within hyperspace. When they detect a large gathering, Antoria and her soldiers rush to the area and annihilate them, thus preventing aberrants from appearing in our world. Then, with the power of the Reshaping Tower, we can augment reality in a direction that is not influenced by the void entities. This allows us to alter the boundaries of affected areas and slow the spread of temporal anomalies. As for living creatures that have already become aberrants, in order to prevent them from exacerbating the situation, we use several underground areas to monitor and contain them. If the corresponding area can be reshaped, then the aberrants can return to normal as well.
Oh, I see.
Antoria and her forces have been fighting for so long, but because there's no way to completely eradicate the void entities, then that leaves the final phase of the plan.
Antoria's mission was never to eradicate the void entities, but to prevent their proliferation and the subsequent collapse of human society. The Reshaping Tower's effective range is limited, and the battle in hyperspace is not meant to last forever. The Restraint Phase's true purpose is to buy enough time for the third and final phase, Restore. Ever since Antoria entered hyperspace to battle with the Void Piercers, the Federation has been accumulating the strength and resources needed to launch a second global time retracement, aiming to revert all of Aida to a time before the temporal anomalies. If we succeed, the surface of the lake will become peaceful once more, and humanity will have completely averted the catastrophe caused by the temporal anomalies. But the date we've chosen for turning back time is still far away. But now that you've appeared with Antoria's badge, it means she must have discovered something so important that we need to accelerate our plans.
They think a second regression can send Aida back to time before the temporal anomalies. If the time retracement is in the surface layer works, then can the network also go back to time before the alteration virus? It would be like restoring computer's backup data. Is this really Antoria's solution? Humanity's most ambitious attempt to turn back time resulted in the cataclysm. But if I was able to change Wednesday's history, doesn't that mean I can change Aida's as well?
Cat got your tongue? Getting cold feet?
No, Secretary General, but I'm definitely worried. Given the failure of the first regression, have you considered how catastrophic it would be if we failed a second time?
To be honest, it's impossible for us to imagine the consequences of a second failure at this time. The first regression was just a single, small-scale experiment. It hardly compares to a time retracement that will affect the entire planet. But one thing I can tell you is that with the help of artificial intelligence, the Federation has conducted an almost immeasurable number of experimental simulations. The reality reshaping program is the only option with a success rate greater than 0.
So when are you planning to go public with this information? Almost no one on Aida knows about the temporal anomalies, much less that the Federation is planning such a massive operation that will affect everyone's lives.
If Should Electronics knew about the true danger of Omnium experiments, it's possible that they wouldn't have activated the generator. Making this public knowledge might prevent a lot more operations from happening.
Sharing this information with the rest of Aida would only cause even more panic, which would disturb our social order. If that were to happen, the Federation wouldn't be able to amass the strength it needs to execute the reality reshaping program. For this reason, I need to keep everything secret for the time being. You're entirely correct that this course of action will result in the loss of many innocent lives. But unless I do things this way, every single person on Aida will be turned into an aberrant. The temporal anomalies cannot be seen as ordinary natural disasters or scientific mishaps that require divulgence to the public. The fate of every living being in our world is at stake. I'll do whatever it takes to succeed, even if it means being described as a villain or a dictator in the pages of history. By asserting full control over every media and information outlet, I can ensure that no mention of the temporal anomalies makes it to the public. By disseminating and promoting Blue Aida's ideology, I was able to enact the Omnium Experimentation Prohibition Act. Through various threats and incentives, I persuaded several of Aida's wealthiest families to contribute to the reality reshaping program.
Aren't you worried that your plan might go awry? If even one word of this gets out, the society you've worked so hard to stabilize will collapse.
Precisely. It seems you finally understand the gravity of my position, as well as my reason for pursuing Wednesday so relentlessly.
Despite everything you've done, what if the next time retracement fails?
Then it only proves that fate is no longer on humanity's side. I have another meeting to attend shortly. Once it's over, I'll begin the necessary preparations for restarting the gate to hyperspace. But it's going to take some time. Since you have this badge, you will now participate in the reality reshaping program as a special commissioner. I will assign Federal Agent Claudia to assist you. Reactivating the gate is no simple task, so please be patient.
I nearly forgot about something, Secretary General.
Are you talking about the order for Wednesday's arrest? Don't worry. I'll be sure to cancel it.
No, it's actually about another member of Wednesday. Her name is Nola, and it's possible that she was part of a secret defense force squad in the past. But for several reasons, she has lost her memory. I was wondering if I could access her information to help her regain her memory?
A defense force soldier named Nola. I'll have Yang look into it. Just a moment.
After some time, Yang enters their office and asks Kieran a file.
Yang tells me that the person in this file's photographs is none other than Nola. However, as this file is classified, I can only provide you with an edited copy.
Thank you, Secretary General. That should be enough for now. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
本次行程已结束，祝您旅程愉快。
Okay. This is gonna be disappearing soon, so I can probably do one more mission with it, then I have to replace it with something else. There was some hours of gap, I was sleeping between days. So of course that's gonna be cut off time.
Phantom just sent us a new message. It's a picture of Wednesday's official pardon, signed by Kieran himself. Looks like we're really in the clear now. With our friend back and our crimes cleared, Wednesday's finally ready to start a brand new chapter. You couldn't ask for a more perfect ending.
It's good to have you back, Gray Fox. Anka was so worried about you while you were gone that she could barely work.
She broke more of my cups than usual, too.
Why do you have to tell her
shit!
that as soon as she
got
gets
off too
back,
fast.
Mr. Baggis? And for the record, I wasn't
It takes for sunscreen,
worried.
who cares?
My hands kept slipping because I was thinking of all the ways I could rescue her. That's all.
You mean you were thinking of ways to save me from Lucius's secret prison? The boss told me everything, and judging from your expression, it appears to be the truth.
How was I supposed to know the kidnapper was your own father and not Lucius? You never see that sort of plot twist these days. Not even in TV dramas.
Ah, good work, Ace. Thanks for worrying about me, and for keeping everyone's morale up with your optimism. I expected nothing less from Ida's most legendary thief.
Oh, Gray Fox. It's so nice to have you back.
Hey, don't wipe your nose on my dress. It's tailor-made, you know.
That's not gonna stop me from hugging you.
You're rich, you can just replace it,
You can always
dumbass.
buy another one with the 500,000 Norn your brother paid us. You're entitled to your share too.
Wasn't it supposed to be 1 million?
Phantom did say he would pay us the remaining half, but I told him that rescuing you was our own mission, not a job for money. So...
Oh, come on! You're pulling that Robin Hood act in front of my brother? Seriously? He's rolling in dirty money, more than he could ever spend. And you actually turned down his offer? What were you thinking? Ugh, forget it. I'll think of another way to get back at him later.
Sorry to interrupt your emotional reunion, but I really need Gray Fox's help with something urgent.
The boss told me about you too, researcher. She said you stormed a hospital and even kidnapped Lucius from the Public Security Bureau, all for my sake. Go ahead, tell me what you need.
Well, it's best if we discuss this in private.
Hey, Mr. Baggis, you said I broke more of your cups than usual, right? Now that Gray Fox is back and I have some money in pocket, let me cover the damages.
By the gods, I never thought this day would come. And since your last job paid you so well, why don't we throw in all of the cups you've broken since you got here? Every last one.
But I'll be broke again if we do that, Mr. Baggis. And besides, Rosalind invited me out to eat after work. If I showed up late because I was stuck here counting cups all day, she'd get so mad.
And just like that, Anka dragged Baggis away.
I received a communication a while ago. At first, I thought it was from a colleague at Hycros. But when I met her, I realized that someone had faked her voice.
You seriously fell for such a cheap trick? The Public Security Bureau has a whole list of tips for avoiding scams, so you might want to try reading through some of them. Just tell me how much they stole from you, and I'll pay you back for it.
They didn't take any money from me, but the trouble they made for me is still just as bad, if not worse. That's why I need your help finding this person.
Sounds simple enough. Hand me your terminal and I'll copy the data from that false communication. Once I find something, I'll let you know.
Thank you.
Don't thank me just yet, especially since my help doesn't come for free. In exchange for locating your mystery person, you're going to tell me everything you know about the aberrants in File 049.
But I thought you accessed the Federation's network when we were back at the Tower of Fantasy.
Ugh, Don't remind me. I sorely underestimated their network defenses, so not only did I fail to access anything, I nearly got discovered by someone named Gestos within the system.
Gestos? Wonder, is it another AI simulation or is it a real network?
Whoever it is, I swear I'll have my revenge someday.
How are you so clueless?
Hey Nola, I have a present for you.
Is this a Defense Force file? Wait, that's me in the picture.
I got this from the Tower of Fantasy. According to the file, you were definitely a past member of the Defense Force, and you were assigned to a top secret mission.
Thank you for all your help, researcher. It's just, even after seeing this file, I still don't remember any of it.
Don't lose hope, Nola. This file is just a record of your presence within the Defense Force. Even though there's a background check included, it only assesses your capability for taking on top secret missions. How could a single file possibly contain everything there is to know about you? Retrieving your memories is going to be a long process, so give yourself some grace.
You have a point. In any case, thanks for bringing me this file.
We might as well take a break while waiting for the hyperspace gate to open. Let's hope Chris Fox takes down hidden enemy as well.
With the sudden increase in miracles, the Federation has finally been stretched to its limits. More and more people are beginning to suspect that the Federation is hiding something from them.
Praise our Lord for blessing us with these miracles, for our faithful have only grown in number because of them.
Let it be known that these miracles are not gifts, but undeniable signs of his fury. Our Lord will no longer tolerate humanity's meddling with Omnium, which is why we must halt any and all experiments at once. Tell us, soldier, have you found the object left behind by Antoria before she entered hyperspace?
Not yet, but I have several promising leads to investigate. I just need a bit more time.
There is no time left, warrior. The gate to our Lord's domain is about to open ahead of schedule. If we can't find the object, we will have to take a risk. To ensure the plan's success, we need more followers.
When you people are recruiting your followers, could you stop mentioning shooter electronics to them so much? All they do is sit outside of our buildings chanting, "Make Aida blue again." It's never wise to keep biting the hand that feeds you, remember that.
The Shooter Ring Lab was shut down by Secretary General Kieran long ago, so it's not like you're conducting any Omnium research on the premises. At most, those protesters are just crowding your doorway now.
I don't need to hear it from you. I asked you to help me block Merrill's report and buy me some time to fix things, but did you listen? No. You just left me out to dry.
That wasn't the scholar's fault. Your request made it too easy for her to expose you. If you had properly controlled the Omnium reactor as I said, nothing would have happened at Shooter Ring Lab. Your mistake has severely impeded our research of T5. If we don't finish T5's development before they reactivate the gate, the Lord's wrath will consume every single person on Aida.
Enough. It's only because the Federation accelerated their plans that we have to come up with a new solution.
The monk is right. That's why I gathered you all here today. Alchemist Sage, you must halt your research and destroy all evidence of it.
Sage? He's in on it too.
How's this my problem? They can't track me down in the Tower of Fantasy. Unless... Wait a sec. That's impossible.
Sage was the old man, what the fuck is that?
Badges like candy.
It's true, Sage. Your assumption has come
There's so many
pass,
more dates, I
which is
guess.
why you
Sage
must
says
be
like
ready.
some kind of a general, some rank name or something. Like any other here.
Our plan must undergo drastic changes if we are to overcome these challenges. I will continue waiting for our Lord's orders, but until then, you must all maintain the utmost discretion. When all preparations are complete, I will contact you.
Understood.
Hey Plotty, I'm finally looking into the identity of our mystery agent, but I still haven't found any solid clues. But during my investigation up to this point, I stumbled across plenty of unexpected information. What kind of unexpected information? It's possible that the Federation wasn't then as incompetent as you once thought. Back then, they really did try to save Aida in their own way. There may have been a lot of misunderstandings directed at them. You, regardless of what you learned in that world, it's best if you keep your opinions about the Federation confined to this room. If anyone else finds out, it will only bring you unnecessary trouble. Did you discover anything else while you were in there? Actually, can you really tell Bloody about Antoria, or that the surface layer time retracement could possibly save the network? Antoria told me not to trust anyone outside of the network, which would include Bloody. Who exactly is Antoria? Anything more reserved around me is a step in the right direction. I can place my full trust in you, because I was the one who chose to send you into the network. But if you have things you'd rather keep to yourself, that's perfectly fine with me. If you ever need my help with anything, just ask. Thanks, Bloody. I appreciate it. You have my word. Everything I'm doing is to save Shirley and the network. That's the honest truth. And that was the end of this.